Chaos on campus. Monday morning, it happened at The Ohio State University.
It looked like a fire drill at first.
Seems like it's happening more and more often across the country, and it hits a lot harder when it's at your own school.
Now, an alarm for a chemical leak had gone off just before the attack.
And the fire trucks came at about 9:20 or something.
Unleashing chaos and fear. The university texting students to run, hide, and fight.
Pretty unimaginable stuff here, Danita. Terrifying and shocking.
I was like, oh crap.
Was the car travel? Was it speeding?
Yeah, it looked like it was going faster than it should. I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly what the speed would be, but probably around 25, 30, maybe.
And how big a crowd of people were outside the building at that point?
Just from what I could see, maybe around 20 people.
How crowded was it when the car hit the people? How many people were on the street and the sidewalk?
Close to, I guess, 70 or 80 people.
That's very crowded.
That's a guess, yeah. Because all the building people who came early morning today in their labs, they were outside because of the fire alarm.
Vehicle was registered to a man named Muhammad Ali. We'll bring you more updates as we get them.
Jacob Bowers, who was across the street, watched in shock.
It looked like he was trying to hurt as many as he could.
The guy with the car hit a bunch of people after they turned the fire alarm on because all the people went outside, and then all those people got hit by cars.
People crowded around the car, even asked Artan if he was okay.
Suspect came out of the car with a knife, started swinging at the student.
I heard, run, this guy's got a knife.
OSU student Brian Temin witnessed the attack.
When I saw the car strike one of the students, and the student almost looked like a rag doll flying through the air, I knew that this was something serious.
Were screams, and then after that, which this is kind of strange, there was a whistle, almost like a referee whistle, and I'd say probably 5 seconds after that, there were 3 gunshots.
I heard the 3 shots that presumably were the ones that Officer Ushko fired.
People were like really running and like really screaming. I'm like, oh, this is like something's going on. And then I heard the 3 gunshots, and from about that same area, and I was like, crap.
And heard 2 gunshots, and being a veteran, I'm pretty familiar with that sound. So ran downstairs. When the veteran said, hey, I think there's some shooting.
And after that, we are being interviewed one by one by the detectives to tell us what we saw.
And as that chaos was unfolding, Ohio State University's emergency management sent this tweet saying, as Jim mentioned, active shooter on campus, run, hide, fight.
Absolutely terrifying, Lee. That's exactly how students described it to me today. Terrifying and horrifying.
I was like, oh crap.
It's kind of a very unreal situation, not knowing where they are or what they're doing.
It's all kind of terrifying at first because, you really don't think this is going to happen to you, and, you get really scared when it does.
There was actually an ex-Marine in our class, and he kind of just, took action when the Buckeye alert went out.
I actually ran over a few students, and I just prayed for them.
Like the text message, and my roommate was sort of yelling at me, telling me to get up, so it was really shocking to get up to that news.
There's a body outside the loading dock. I guess I'm under the idea that it was one of the shooters. So, yeah, there's the victim.
And I just saw a guy wearing black laying on the ground, and there were some cops around him.
Suspect's body laying on the concrete. I saw him put a tarp over a body.
20-year-old Abdul Razik Ali Artan graduated with honors.
Abdul Razak Artan, cum laude.
Seen this guy multiple times. He's very just average customer, normal guy, comes in, thinking about cigarettes. It's like, I don't know. I've never seen him buy alcohol or anything. Seems like a very normal guy. He's nice, decently mannered. It's just very crazy because you never know who is who they are, I guess.
If people look at me, a Muslim praying, I don't know what they're going to think, what's going to happen. But I don't blame them. It's the media that puts the picture in their heads.
Checking out this kid, in August, he wrote a letter to the Lantern, the Ohio State, the Buckeye newspaper, where he said he's a Muslim and he's worried about praying in public because of the attitude toward Muslims that the media is portraying. So he's obviously radicalized. Therefore, he is a radical Islamist terrorist, a lone amateur radical Islamist terrorists.
Artan wrote a disturbing message on his Facebook page saying attacks on Muslims around the world led to a boiling point. I can't take it anymore.
You know, a lot of these things we're seeing kind of germinate on the internet.
It was absolute chaos as people began to understand what they'd just seen.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what I saw, and it was crazy. It's like a scene right out of a movie, and it just won't stop replaying.
It's not real. You go numb. It's not supposed to happen. Sorry. So yeah, it's scary.
Was this kind of taken by surprise that people could do something so disgusting on purpose?